Okay, hey everyone. So this is my understanding on the managers and everything else. So you get your you go to your redemption appointment. If you get approval to exchange your ZIMs, your currency, your bonds, whatever you have for humanitarian projects. Okay, you will also get information on how to go through the application process and apply to have med beds or animal healing chambers in your centre, in your project. Now, this is for the funding people, okay? It is the people with currency, bonds, funds to exchange that goes to the 3 to 5 day conference if you want to fund or manage, if you want to fund a project, whether it's yours or someone else's. You go to the 3 to 5 day conference. This conference is to make sure you understand everything that is required to have this technology in your care. Okay, this is not for managers. The conference is for the people that are paying for the centers, for the projects. Okay, so you go to the conference, and if you get approval, you may get approval on the last day of the conference, or you may get approval a couple of days after, within a week. Okay, you'll know after the conference, within a week, if you have approval or not. It is then that you will receive information regarding installation and everything else that you need to do. At the conference, they may or may not give you the dimensions of the rooms and what is needed to build, because not everybody, more than likely not every single person, will be approved to have med beds or healing chambers in their centers, in their projects. Okay, so this is the 3 to 5 day conference is only for people who have currency or bonds or money to exchange. Okay, ZIMs, dong, ding, dinar, blinar, whatever else is out there that they're using. Okay, so the conference is only for people who have the funds to exchange, not for people just with projects. Okay, now those people that have the funding to exchange, they go to the conference and they get the approval or not. If you are the one funding your own project, you will be the one that goes to the conference. Okay, now that is not a training. That's nothing to do with training. Okay, that's just a conference to make sure you understand and you know the implications and the security measures and everything involved. It's nothing to do with training. At the conference, you will not see a med bed. They're not going to be there. This is just to make sure you know exactly what you're getting yourself into and all the requirements involved. Okay, so you've got approval, you've been to the conference, you've got approval. Now what? Okay, now you need to get your managers together. Okay, now the managers can be yourself if you are funding and developing it and managing it yourself, the project, the center. Okay, if you are going to manage it yourself like I am, then you will be required to attend a, God knows how long, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I don't know, course on how to use not only the med beds, but also the animal chambers, also replicators, also the other healing technologies that each center will receive as well. Now, why just the managers? Because you are managing the center, therefore you have to know how to use every bit of technology that you're going to be using. Okay, so the managers, whether you're the funding person, whether you're the developing person, or all three, or just the manager being hired. Okay, if you are being hired to manage it but have nothing to do with the development of the center or the funding of the center, then this training is for you. You need to know how to use the technology that you are going to be in charge of. That's not all managers, it's just the main manager of each center. If you have 5 centers all managed by a different person, then all 5 go. If you have one manager that oversees 10 different centers, only that one manager will go. Okay, so it's the main manager that is going to be ultimately responsible for the technology. So if something happens and it breaks down, or gets broken or something, you know you're there, you know how to use it, you know how to work it. Okay. All right, now if those managers are going to also be using the seeing the patients in the med beds and the chambers, there may be another course that you can do, and this next course will be with everybody else that is learning the med beds, etc. So all the other staff, okay, that's going to be seeing patients. And remember, this particular training will be based on your own level of skill, experience, and knowledge. This is not just a one-size-fits-all. It will be completely dependent on your previous experience. So if you're a doctor, a surgeon, any radiographer, etc., a medical, higher level medical person that uses technology like life support and all the other fancy smancy stuff, your course might be 2 days just to have a look at the equipment and learn how to use it. If you're someone who has never seen a patient, never worked in healthcare, no idea, it might be 12 to 18 months. Okay, this is the proper training, and it is completely dependent on your skill, previous experience and knowledge. All right, so you will get all the details about how to build the actual rooms, the size, the dimensions, everything else when you get the approval or at the 3 to 5 day conference. Okay, you won't get it, I won't release it. It's not going to be given to me unless I'm directly involved in it. Okay, unless I've got approval and I'm building a center and I'm at the 3 to 5 day conference, then I'll be given the information. I'm not going to be given it beforehand to give to anyone else. As for the conferences, many people are asking, where do I go? Where are they going to be? That information is completely confidential and will be given to you directly upon your application for medbeds in your center after the redemption appointments. Okay, now if you're wondering, I don't have funding, but I do have projects, who do I go to? You need to find someone to fund you. You need to find funding yourself, and it is the person funding you that goes to the 3 to 5 day conference, not you. You go to the training for the managers who will ultimately be looking after the technology. Okay, you don't go to the conference. If you don't have the funds, you don't go to the conference. Simple. Where they are, that is going to be directly to you. It won't be through me. It will absolutely not be through me. It'll be directly to you, and only you will know. Okay, only those directly involved in your particular conference in your area will know of the time, the date, and location. No one else, and that is not to be shared. Okay, that is private. That is to protect you, your family, and everybody involved. Okay, I hope this helps, but just remember, it really is, it sounds complicated. It's really simple. Most things we just don't know yet. We don't have answers for a lot of things because it's just not known. Okay, it's not known, and there's so much misinformation out there. We just don't know how all this is going to play out. We can only get the little bits of information to pass through and try and work it all out. But yeah, just remember that if you're worried about the dimensions and everything, we simply don't know. Okay, so there's no need to worry, and no point in worrying if we don't have the information to worry about. Okay, so just do the best you can, and you'll get all the information when you need it, when it's necessary, and it will be directly to you. It will not be through me. All right, because it is private information, and I will get information that is directly to me, as you will get information that is directly to you. It will not be publicized, and you will not be able to say where the conference is, where the training is, how long it's for, blah 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 blah. Okay, that's all to protect you and your family and everybody else attending. All right, I hope this helps.